Everybody, looks like one. Ron Victor here, and recently collected, well, earlier today actually, just revealed more figures in their range of prehistoric animal figures. Well, specifically, dinosaurs, because I'm a dinosaur channel. And so far, only 5 figures have been revealed for the 2019 line. So now let's have a look at these 5 figures and see the overall quality of them. And the first one up aren't actually dinosaurs, instead it's a mini prehistoric mammal tube. Which overall I'm not really that interested in because, to be honest, I'm not really that interested in collectors' prehistoric mammals. Hell, the only ones which I'd say I do like is the ankylosaurid and Entelodon. But to be honest, I don't really think Collector does a good job with their mini animals. Hell, the only pack that I'm really that interested in getting is the pack that comes with the baby Giganotosaurus, which looks like the Carcharodontosaurus, I think. So overall, I don't really plan to get these mini mammal packs because, to be honest, I can't really be bothered. The next figure we have up is I've forgotten its name. Give me a sec. The Clawjara. Am I saying that right? I'm pretty sure that I'm not saying that right. So the Collecta seems to be quite a decent figure with a very nice paint scheme on the head and with a very nice mold because you can see the feathers. I really like the crest bit on the head. I'm overall not that bothered since you can open the jaw or not, since it's a pteranodon. I won't be. If I did use this figure, it wouldn't be eating, it would just be doing whatever because I don't buy pteranodon figures, as I said in the opinions on the Safari Limited figures. So overall, looks like quite a decent figure because it looks like it has a very nice mold and a very nice paint scheme. But I don't plan to be picking up this one anytime soon. And now we're going to the lot which I'm actually excited for and which I actually like. And quite surprisingly, the first figure which I actually really like is the edaphosaurs, which actually isn't a dinosaur if you didn't know, like the Dimetrodon. So overall, the sculpt seems to be quite good with a very nice looking head, and I like how you see the crease marks of the legs moving, but the thing that makes this figure for me is the paint scheme. I mean, like, just look at that sail. The paint of that sail looks great. I just love the pink and the purple and the sort of turquoise, I guess turquoise color blending in with it. I also really like how the bottom of the sail is almost translucent. And I also really like it how this is to do with sculpt, how you can sort of see the bones inside. I mean, like, that was sort of like the point of the sail in the first place of what you presume, because our leading theory so far is that the sail was for mating purposes, like for display to attract a mate, so it would make sense for it to look colourful and attracting. So overall, this is a really nice figure, and I probably do plan to pick this up when it comes out in early 2019. And the next figure is the Boropelta. I guess I could say it's quite boring then. Sorry for torturing your ears with that horrible pun, but anyways, let's get on to the actual Boropelta. So on to the actual figure, not horrible puns. The Boropelta figure looks like quite a decent figure. I mean, like, I really like the head, and I actually overall really like the orange on the figure and how every single spike on the back is individually molded. I also really like the attention to accuracy on this. I mean, like, just look at the back and how each individual spike is more pointing and curving backwards instead of pointing up like most figures. And I also have a question here. What the hell is that on its leg? Are those spikes on its legs? Because if so, those are absolutely ridiculous. And main reason I think they're spikes is because the object on the legs can't be the leg behind it. I mean, like, the leg behind it is behind it. It clearly isn't. And the two hind legs clearly can't be it. So, are those spikes on its legs? I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be accurate, because what use would those be? So overall, this looks like a really nice figure, apart from the spikes in its legs. But putting those spikes in the legs aside, this looks like a really nice figure with really nice detail, and I'll probably end up picking this one up. Next up, we have a figure which I have mixed opinions on, which is the Carnotaurus. Okay, let's just cover this that I like the body of the figure, it's just the head where it loses me. Let's first go over the paint scheme. I'll say that I like the brownish red on the figure, I really like that bit. It's just the yellow and the stripes on the head which I don't like. And then there's also the sculpt, because the head seems to be a bit too skinny to me. I mean, like, I like the horns, I like the spines going down it. I like everything about this figure apart from a few nitpicks, which is the stripes on its head and how the skull looks quite thin and how they mentioned this, but the jaw looks really, really small. Overall, probably end up picking up this figure because it's either this or the Safari Limited one, and I really like this. Well, I like this figure better because it has a base, and I like figures with bases now more than figures that don't. And also, not to mention, but I need a adult Carnotaurus for Prehistoric Planet because I have a juvenile in episode 1 of the show. It's either going to be episode 2 or 3 when it becomes an adult. I'm not going to use the slight one because the slight ones are overused. And I'm not going to use the purple one because the purple one is slightly overused and a bit small. So it's either this one or the Safari one, and I'll probably go for this one. So far, this looks like a really mixed year for collector, but yeah, again, what company doesn't have a really mixed year? So overall, this looks like a very mixed year in general and it's quite weird because we have Safari making like some alright to downright garbage figures, which is normally Slice's job, and for once Slice is making the good figures. And before you say it, I know Slice has posted new figures, and I will do an update of them, because I've been away for a few days because I've been reading the Derby web comics, which are great. I'd recommend you reading them. So far we've got 3 out of the 4 companies revealing their figures. But sadly we don't have Papo's figures yet, but you guarantee, as soon as I post at least one photo of future figures, I will be on that instantly. So after all of that, if you should go away from this video and want to get one of these figures, the figure that you should get should be the Euphonic Giganotosaurus, because that looks incredible and I've pre-ordered it already. Woohoo!